What's up, y'all? LTT right here. I'm gonna come with y'all with a video. Make sure my mic. Let me see. Let's see. Yeah, that gotta be. Okay. This is my mic level. How do you make it? Mm, huh. Oops. Let's see. Alright, that's cool. Alright. So I'm gonna talk about basically how I guess first we're gonna talk about boxing. And we're gonna talk about this is gonna
And
be first part gonna be how Bud is gonna get through talking about Undisputed. Um, so as you can see right here, this is I don't know when exact date this was done. I'll just upload it again as you can see on that date. As you can see, his nose wasn't broke. It's perfectly fine. Um, so yeah, he gonna get he gonna get dealt with. As you guys probably already know. Let me see. Y'all following me? Let's see. Following me? Okay. Yeah, alright, cool. So basically, as you can see right here, my bad, let me go down. Um, Crawford is fighting Israel Matarov at 154. You see, Fandora has the WCNWO. They had announced. You could just check that real quick. Um, that after Bud, which he will beat Israel Matarov. Um, that the winner, well, again, which will be Bud, will face Fandora. They didn't set a date, of course, obviously, or anything. It's just I think they said I have to. I'm trying to see maybe it's on here. No, I said excuse me, bear with me. I'm trying to see if I can find anything. Could they have this too? They can maintain the title. I ain't gonna say the best card. It's a good card though. We'll talk about that. So I'm just trying to find the report. Okay. Shit, I don't think I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, this is back in April, but right here. Yeah. So, Salsa Sporting News. You see the title. Basically, he will have to face the winner between Crawford Matarov. I don't know who will win that. Rest W ordered a 60 body. Uh, ordered sanctioned the fight as an injured title bout due to injuries suffered by Fandora in the split. Fans were before the end of the year. No later than December 31st. So he had to defend that title. and he has the WBC title. And the WWE Interim Champ should technically be Bud. Yep. So they'll make it vacant if he don't defend it. Which if they do that, that'd be sad. But yeah. All right, now let's talk about who holds the all the titles. Mostly, just gotta spread out. He was, and then upon that fight, so first card was stripped. A real fun to fight Sue. That's all. Then Sue dropped the belts for Doe with no WBC titles as a late notes replacement for Keith Thurman. Might as well pick up the then vacant WBA strap when knocking out Magomed Karbanov last month. While background, Martazaliev did the same with IBF, and this is who Bud will fight last, I believe, for that belt when he stopped Jack Kuhle in early April. A former undisputed super lightweight and welterweight champion could defeat Badarov or Door. He'll likely hold 3 of the 4 belts in just 2 fights at the weight. Yep, and that looked like that's what's gonna happen. So that's how his route looking like it's gonna be. He fight Israel, beat him, Fundora, and then Martazaliev, which is the guy right here. The whole hell's IBF. Alright, so now we can talk about some other news. Like I was supposed to do a video on the Devin Haney Ryan. Ended up I didn't care to really talk about it more, man. He lost Devin. I was wrong on that prediction. Honestly, it was really because uh Devin really didn't do the things that he usually do, and kind of what was you would think be expected from him, from his caliber fighter he's supposed to be. Um, okay, so he's most definitely, yeah. So as you guys see this, we can talk about this. I guess this is they posted this literally today, 4 hours ago. Anyway, so Boost is claiming that Crawford's ducking him, and I guess I don't have. I'm gonna have to. I don't have no photo, but I'm gonna try to find something. Anyways, Ron Boot is accused Terence Crawford of avoiding him, and this was rewarded the BF welterweight title when he was the organization's mandatory challenger to then the undisputed champion Crawford. Crawford was stripped on account of his plans out of his. I mean, he didn't have a plan. He was forced. It was on the contract. Like, again, they work with PBC, so again, this right here, because of his plans to honor. I mean, if he didn't honor it, he basically would have got sued. So it was like he had no choice. So that's that. Y'all can obviously look that up. I mean, it's kind of already reported. Anyway, the rematch between them, the victory over Spitz July 2023, established Crawford as the world's #1 boxer, is yet to materialize. And Crawford has signed to fight his battle royal for the WBA lightweight title, because obviously Arrow didn't set a date, and I think the timeline just kind of ended, being that Arrow never complied to. And I have a video on my short about the fight rematch was going to be at 147 again. You can look at Bud. This is what I'm gonna do. I might try to do timestamps for y'all. I don't know, for this type of stuff. Maybe you go on my shorts. Um, Hold on. Wait, these are all my shorts. I must have took off the short about. Wow. Why did I do that? Oh. That's on me. I had a short that literally explained what was going on. Damn, that is crazy. Uh, why did I do that? Oh man. But yeah, I baited a short. I think it's because obviously it didn't get much traction as I thought it would, because it was kind of a big important part. But Crawford did an interview with someone. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna find it, man. It's an interview that's probably gonna be lost in all these fight hype videos, and I don't remember the channel of the guy. I don't even know if I even liked the video. I should have liked the video. Um, yeah, it's all good. It was again. This is back like when the fight happened, so it'd be like several months ago. Um, hold on, I got this organized. So you could like search through your But yeah, he did an interview with someone. He said that the rematch was supposed to be at 147, and if either guy didn't disagree, meaning like okay, we want to have it higher, then the rematch wouldn't happen. And once he exposed that, I think Arrow people do like, you know what, fuck it, I'm not gonna honor it, and that's that. I just want to see if I could give y'all the source. Okay, it, if I would have saved it, it would be in these 8 months, because the fight happened like I think 8 months ago, something like that. Um, yeah. So as you can see, that's my fault. I should have literally recorded it. Um, hold on. Hello. Wait. Some of this shit is lost. Yes. Man, I wish I would have motherfucking so I could show y'all this shit is this is why that happened. Anyway, fuck, it's all good. Um, Nonetheless, let's continue with the article. With Ennis on his course to make the first defense of his title, shortly then against Canadian's 31-year-old Cody Crowley in his hometown, neither entering a more appealing fight that will resent Crawford Ennis. In turn, Ennis said, "That is what it is. I wanted to fight. Definitely was not frustrated, but it was weird. I don't know what's going on. But it's just weird game. Well, you're acting weird. That's what it was. I mean, but at the end of the day, there's nothing you really can do. You can't control it, so I'm not going to try. Most definitely, I'm Crawford's toughest potential opponent. I don't know how he was going to do the jump to his fight. I didn't. He said I didn't know how he was going to jump that many ways. I don't feel no time. Well, if you don't, then why are you mentioning it? Canelo started at 154, and Canelo's not really a big guy. Actually, he is now. It's definitely not how I want it, but I'd rather take it from somebody. There's nothing I could do. I couldn't say no. I couldn't say that doesn't make sense right there. You could have said no. I don't want to accept. I want to fight for the title, the interim title, to be elevated. But you said yeah, so they just elevated me. Nothing I could do, but I'm gonna defend the belt and do whatever I need to do. Like, oh my god. So let me see if I can expose how this guy, um, Jaron Ennis, uh, 2022 WBO rankings. Oh no, that's old. I mean that's not old. That's okay. Yeah, I was trying to find. I said WBO. Look, they got the WBA. Y'all see that? Where's WBO thing at? Let me check. Um, now like I don't understand. We're gonna see if I can. What's your rankings? So they show the site, but they don't. Mm-mm-mm. Uh, what was it? Uh, WBO. There we go. So this is back in 2022. Now let me tell you. So this was back in July 2022. Now you see he was number two. Let me tell you something. Y'all see? I know y'all see this, right? I'm finna. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You see how he number two, right? Y'all gonna be like, what does this mean? Well, oh my God, do I gotta go to the rules for y'all? Um, if you number two or number one, I think even as far as number five, you could uh, petition to be the number one mandatory, have a fight and become one, or again as the BO, can try to I want to order to become the Mando. Can you order a fight so I can therefore fight Crawford? Um, Before I show the rule, let me show you how basically Virgil Ortiz was out of the picture at this time. Okay, so you see he last box on because we're in April, May. I think this was July 6th right here, right? Let's see. Oh, my bad, August. So that was August, and then as you see, he didn't fight until then. So in August was from after August, uh, this was opportune time for Boost to fight uh, Crawford, to petition to fight Crawford. It is in August. He was out. Again, I just showed you right here how that was his last fight. He was out for a year. Now, y'all want to probably say, well, I want to know more because I'm still in denial. Um, Let me see something. What is the criteria? Um, I know they got official documents. I was trying to see y'all rules. That's um receipts. I'm trying to say where do you get the rules? But if you look on the rules, if you like number two, you can petition. All I'm trying to do to kind of pull it up. Let me just type it in. Let me just go back real quick. My bad. There's regulations. I don't know. I clicked that shit, or at least I thought I did. Okay, so these are the table of continents. So we want to go to um president boxing sanction weight criteria super champions. Um. Okay. 8. Section 8. Hold on. Okay. Right here. As you can see, to keep his position list eligible to be designated by the World Boxing Committee as the mandatory challenger, contender number 1, number 2 shall defend his classification at least annual against any of the classified contenders in his weight category according to the current list of classifications uh, promulgated or promulgated, whatever, by the classifications committee, and he shall comply with the Association of Boxing criteria for the ratings of boxers. If the number one and or contender number 2 fails to comply with this rule, number 1 contender and or number 2 may lose his classification. It is responsible each classified boxer to know the WO ABC criteria for ratings, to meet the criteria for ratings, and to keep the WO classification committee informed of all facts relevant to his rating. If any of the classified boxers with the exception of number 1 and 2 number number 2 rejects the world champion in an optional title fight or refuses to fight number 1 contender and or number 2 contender in the 10-round fight without just cause, he may be eliminated from a or lowered in the classifications. So basically, as I showed, Virgil Ortiz was out of the picture, so he kind of automatically became number 1 or is still number 2. And then after, as you can see, Virgil Ortiz, look where he fought at 152. So again, he was out of the picture. Boots, even before this, when Virgil was out, had plenty of time to know this and try to say, hey, lack of attention. The guy he would have fought. See, damn. Let me let me he would have fought the other guy. They would have became number 1 and number 2. In my bad, yeah. So the number 2 guy would have been. Y'all could probably look back. I think who was the number? It would have been it would have been Boots, and then it would have been what's called it would have been 1 and 2 technically. Let me just go back and see at that time. So y'all can send this to Boots. See, I mean, they know this if they really was about it. Um, yeah. So it would have been Keith Thurman, which was funny, or even a Connor Ben. Keith Thurman was out, so I almost just logic say Connor Ben, and Boots would have been a fight for the 1 and number 2 position. Obviously, Boots would have won, and then he would have been able to, become the undoubtable Mando. It's that simple. I mean, if he really wanted it at the time, he was saying he would have fought Boots. I mean, my bad, Crawford in his hometown, at his house. All this riffraff. Y'all seen the videos. He said all these things. Um, Matter of fact, let's try to pull one up. see this shit? Like, oh my god, I remember he said something like this. Again, there's so many videos. It's hard to go back and to really find them. It is so annoying. Like, it's so annoying. But you guys can look on. I think it was Fight Hype, and y'all find the interview here what he said he'd fight Crawford at his house. This was after the Evanesian fight. Who cares? Matter of fact, let me see. I'm gonna try one more time. Jaron Ennis on David Avanesian. I spelled that horribly wrong. Look, he said this. I would have took the fight in a heartbeat. All right. This is back in October. Now let me tell y'all. Let me rebuttal that. So there's a video Stephen Espinoza talking about the fight being offered. Let's go to it real quick. Let's see how long I've been running. Cooking on this topic because a lot of people just don't know what the hell they be talking about, man. Straight up, people just want to make up shit, turn and spin a narrative. But I definitely say this video. I hate that I gotta look for it through all these other fucking videos. But here we go. So shout out to Aki, but I think he got this interview. I don't know from who exactly, but we're just gonna listen to the whole thing because he explains.
What's the latest on Boots?
Explains why they never sent an offer to fight Boots, and he's going to just touch on everything.
And how come we haven't seen him in the ring this year?
Boots it's a great question. I'm glad you brought it up because I love to do it. Boots has had a run of some of the worst possible luck possible. We've known all along that it's been difficult for Boots to get fights. I've never seen anything like it. And again, I'm not saying anybody's scared. It's just, there's, a lot of money, a little money, big fights, mid-level fights. It's really difficult to get him. Now, he fought last summer. We had him signed for a fight that was going to be Thanksgiving. He's going to be on the Benavidez undercard. That fight was done. We were told everything is done, and the fighter pulled out. The fighter accepted it. So we would have seen Boots here at that point. Now then, going forward, then we were looking at seeing him on March 30th.
Okay.
Originally. There's going to be a Mario Barrios fight. Barrios asked for a little bit more time. We've got some things going on. And he said, fine. So moved it to the May 4th undercard.
Right.
So then he said, okay, well, he had some bad luck. Didn't see Boots at Thanksgiving, but now we're getting him, which would be a great doubleheader. Now, there's another complicating factor which just came up. The IBF pops up and says, wait, slow it down. Let's hold the phone on Boots versus Barrios. Because Crowley's got something to say. So there's a negotiation there. Crowley's got a certain time frame that he's available on. There are certain rules and regulations that have to be followed for the IBF. So that put that fight on hold. So now between losing an opponent in November, agreeing on Barrios, then Barrios asking for a little bit more time, committing, then the IBF pops up. That's going to delay things further. Then we're talking about a purse bid negotiation, a potential purse bid, and it's been a series of events. And in the middle of this, you don't forget, his promoter passes away, in Cameron Duncan, which created a little bit of uncertainty as well. So if you look at all this and say, well, it's not that Boots doesn't want to fight. Anybody who's spoken to Boots knows that one thing that he likes, he fights, as often as possible. Even if it's for less money, he just wants to be active. Now, there have been obstacles which have been in the way trip, no fault of his or anybody. Nobody saw, coming that his promoter passes away. You know, the IBF popped up out of the blue with a mandatory order. You know, we've got a couple fights that he's got opponents which pull out. And, you know, we're sitting there and he's going on that. Having said that, you know, having been on phone with this team, you know, regularly over the last week, I think.
Did you guys send Crawford an offer to fight Jaron ennis?
You know, there was a lot of conversations. You know, it's not really the way the business works. Like you don't. Everyone's like, well, you know, it was an offer set. You don't sort of. I mean, there are people who do this, and it's not very effective. But you don't just, you know, out of the blue, find a guy, send him a cold email saying, hey, you know, you want to take this fight? No, like it's a conversation. It's like, okay, what do you want to do next? You know, Terence, you want to do this, you want to do that, what's the plan? I got a call, you know, and there's been so much misinformation about this. BLK calls one day, says, you know, we want to do Crawford versus.
So here's and if you look on this interview right here, Terence Crawford touched on this. Bro, what the fuck? Right here, he touched on. Look, right here, they even got it. So they did send him off here. He touched on
Versus Boots. I said, okay, you got to deal with Crawford. You know, I know what Boots' plans are.
All right, so they said, do you have a deal with Crawford? So look what he responds.
You know, and I can make arrangements to facilitate that. So you're telling me you're bringing Crawford to the table? No, we don't actually have Crawford. I'm like, okay.
So he already just said you could tell he's lying, and he really honestly not telling the whole story, because look how his body language is. If you really think about it, because I'm gonna tell you why. He said no, they don't really have Crawford. Like, listen.
Crawford to the table. No, we don't actually have Crawford. I'm like, okay, well.
So if we go off what he said, so when Crawford fought on BOK, it was on December 10th, 2022, I believe. Right? Let's just double check. Yep, December 10th. So when he said that, I'm gonna assume it just makes logical sense that he mean that when he was talking to them and about the fight, when they BLK asked him about, hey, let's make the fight, you heard he just admitted that they said, hey, we want to make the Boots of Crawford. This had to been probably around October, when that boy Boots was talking that shit, around that time. You know, before they had actually anything with Crawford. So this will also make sense of why he said, and why they said, oh, well, we don't actually have Crawford, because at the time they didn't have no deal yet. But let's continue.
What are you paying? You're not bringing Crawford, so you're bringing money. No, we just want the fight to happen.
So he said, you're not bringing Crawford. No, the thing is, they wanted to make the fight. Crawford was going to be with them, you know. So at the end of the day, he fought on them, so they had Crawford. All it made sense was you to call Crawford and be like, hey, but watch what he says when he did try to do that.
And I'm like, all right. So basically, you're a guy off the street calling me cold and saying, I'd like to see this fight. Then I talked to Crawford. Crawford says, I don't have anything with BLK.
And again, if that's the case, Crawford said that means he said this prior to this dates right here. Prior to this. What? Hold on, man. I think I gotta sign in. Oops, my bad. Here, what am I doing here? Like, oh, they're not gonna show who had it. Steve Bash. But yeah, BLK Prime. Don't even know what that is. But yeah. You can see. So yeah, that was obviously before. So let's continue to hear the nonsense.
You don't need to talk to them. If you want to make a boots fight, talk to me. You know what? Okay, talk to you. Now, this all happened, against the backdrop of we were still in the Spence negotiation.
But
Gotcha.
but listen, the Spence negotiation dropped at this time in 2022. I think around November. This is why Crawford took the fight. Oh my God, do I have to? Oh my God, man. This shit is crazy. This is. If y'all want to hear more from me, man, y'all want to hear the truth, subscribe, man. Just subscribe. Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence Jr. 2022. Nego. Yep. Negotiation. Right here. So yeah, this is perfect. We're on the verge of negotiation. Yep, back in November 19th, however, negotiations collapsed at the 11th hour on October 20th. Crawford told ESPN, "Look at this. I agreed to all their bullshit. They've been dragging their ass for months. Spence was nowhere to be found while I was trying to make a deal. I explained to him and Errol that I was going to fight before the end of the year because he didn't want to be inactive. David is a very tough task. He knocked out the last his opponent, and this guy thinks was upset against Avanesha. My plans still the same. Whoop Errol Spence's ass." And that's what he did ultimately. But I just show this because this is when they fell out. And what you heard Stephen Espinosa just said, he said basically they were still trying to make a fight that ultimately, didn't make sense because it it fell through, as you said, in the 11th hour. So, yeah.
So it wasn't really a time to be saying, okay, like I'm not going to do that to Errol. Errol had given all of us specific instructions. I don't want anything other than Crawford fight. So I'm not going to go in and try to stick boots in.
Yeah,
Why wouldn't you? He said he'd fight him at his house. He shared. He said, "I would have took that fight in a heartbeat." Y'all just seen the videos. I just seen. Y'all can go to playback. I'm gonna try to have timestamps. Yeah.
We were 80% there. So it didn't even make sense to talk about Crawford.
It made total sense because it would have showed that actually y'all wasn't, scared to put boots in there. This right here was the second initial offer.
We talked to Crawford's team and said, okay, down the line we'll talk about boots. But at that particular time, he said no. He's like, don't worry about BOK. We're going to talk to Boots. Like, you can facilitate, Boots. You can talk to both sides and, figure that out. So that's.
Also, too, what he said earlier is that this guy, Stephen Espinosa, really wasn't even his promoter. So he doesn't have a promoter anymore, but it was Cameron Duncan. I don't know why they don't show his promoter anymore. I wonder who got the mo. My bad, yeah. I'm just curious to see they showing like the money. This is this shit. Yeah, this is Saul Alvarez. Okay, he got way more. All right. So I wanted to look up. Now I lost my train of thought trying to do that bullshit.
That's where that whole thing ended up. Like, Boots figured that's like, you can facilitate,
My bad. That's what I'm gonna do. Cameron. I don't know. Yeah, that's how you spell the name. Duncan. Okay. So as you see, he had a Cameron Duncan. I don't like this article, but rest in peace, Cameron Ducker. But this was a Boost promoter. Yep, right here, who managed Crawford, Ennis. So really, at the time, they really couldn't facilitate anything because he was under contract with Cameron Ducker. That see right here, they reached a settlement. Can move forward with this girl without restrictions. My bad. I'm acting like y'all go. My bad. Who will be the fighter of the year? I'm gonna pick Yard. People pick Neri and that dude. Okay, and the other. Okay. Huh. Pick knockout of the year. I'm gonna say Maloney. Lopez. Conlon. I forgot that fight. So yeah, this right here shows you that he was, I don't know why, the harder lawsuit inactivity led to number of contested guaranteed bouts. It was previously run by Killed passed away. Killed will since claimed the company and this has a fault since Duckett passing. Promotional contract copy which was obtained. Were due to fight 4 times each year, 1 or 2, 3 times each year. And that's fault 10 times. Yeah, that's true. Concern was yes, y'all can look into more of this article right here. But he was with someone for years, so it was like it didn't really make sense. I don't even know how he stepped in.
Boots, you can talk to both sides and figure that out. So that's where that whole thing ended up. Like Boots didn't turn down an offer. There wasn't a BLK offer that anybody blew up. And neither did Crawford run away from an offer. It just the timing wasn't right. And he said, okay, well, why didn't you offer? Everyone thought the rematch was going to happen.
Right.
So look, he's
why did Terence Crawford?
Yeah, that doesn't really matter, but
go to sleep.
Go ahead.
You dreaming, man. You talking in your dreams,
Don't
man.
fight. Yo, we asked for that fight plenty of times, yo. Plenty of times.
When?
Plenty of times.
What's plenty? When?
Man, you already
You
know.
fronting.
You know what's
You
up.
fronting now. Don't front for Gilly now.
No fronting. No
All
fronting.
right.
Keep it a being though. We
All
know we asked for that fight plenty of times.
When? That's what I'm saying. When? You keep saying keep it a buck. I'm saying when.
Plenty of
Now
times.
you saying one thing and your dad saying another. So when?
What you mean?
You saying one thing and your dad saying another thing. So what is what?
We asked for that fight. I've been asking for that fight since 2018. What are you talking about? Since I was a baby.
You been asking to fight me since 2018.
All the top guys,
Cut
man.
it. You
and
believe
Earl
that?
Smith,
You a
Earl
fool.
Smith,
You believe that? You a fool. He's drunk. He's sleepy. Good night, sir. Continue with your Z's, cause you know what I mean. You must have had a long night or something, cause you been asking to fight me.
No,
because
he trained 3 times today. That's all he did.
Yeah. All right.
That's all I do.
I support you, Boots.
I stay in the gym. I stay ready.
I support you, Boots.
Yeah. I support you too.
I support you, man.
At the end of the day, you or Earl going to see him. That's it. Y'all going to see him. Y'all going to see him. Y'all going to see Boots. And we can't wait. I can't
Why
wait.
you rubbing your stomach,
And I'm
dog?
gonna
What
be
you
right
trying to
there.
say? You gonna eat?
What?
Hey, Boots, love you, Dad. I
Look,
talk to you soon.
they gotta see Boots. Y'all gotta see y'all gotta see my fight. It's gonna happen.
Hey, I support Boots.
Long live times, yo.
yeah, let me see if I can get
You I think he beat Danny. You know, they was like, on him. He got to see.
Boots, we know you probably jogging right now.
Man, he's slick.
That nigga sleep.
What? Oh, come on, Boots. Get up, man. I told you we don't sleep in my training camp. He know he ain't supposed to be sleeping.
No, Boots. Terence had said something, but we talked to your pop. They got it straight.
Man, they know what's up.
That's right.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, they did talk to his pop. So he called the dad.
If this what you gonna do, this what you desire.
Damn. Let's see what they call his dad. Boy, I'm cooking though. Cause this shit all is, I should have to show you people this shit. But y'all wanna be playing dumb.
That's right. We don't.
Smiling now, Terrence. We don't even talk like that. What did he took the fight right there?
We gon-
He want to see.
He said that's the fight in the future he want to see.
My man.
And asked them why they took Wallow.
There you go.
First and foremost, we did talk to Espinoza, so
He put that in a computer for the top guy, whoever he is. Him and Zab Judah. All of them was on the phone. So we talking. And they said they was going to make it happen. So they said he was going to call Espinoza. Espinoza said they talked to him. He talked to him and everything. And they said they was going to get back to him, but never got back to Espinoza. So when they put that stuff up, we don't even feed to that stuff when they put that shit up there. You know what I mean? But I knew what I said. And I told Tbud, y'all can make it happen. Let's make it happen.
okay, so first and foremost, we did talk to Espinoza. So whoever said that is cap. It's cap.
Oh, well,
And
that's what Espinoza told me.
and I told Wallow and I told Gilly. I said if Boots want to fight Terence Crawford, call Bozy and Boots and ask them why they took the IBF route instead of staying with the WBO when they could have been my mandatory.
No. We never was your mandatory.
You could have been my mandatory.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda. I trained that boy. He ain't ducking nothing. He ain't ducking nothing.
Terrence, listen close. We've been asked to fight you a long time ago.
But what I'm saying is, why did y'all leave?
So
the
they been
session?
asked for the smoke though, T.
Bravo and them already know.
They know, cause I.
But if he would have fought this guy, mind y'all, if he would have fought them in 2018, Crawford was the WO champion. That would have been the most, like, embarrassing beating, and it would have been unnecessary. He would have fought a dude who literally was just starting their career.
Training.
Asked for all the top guys, because we was ranked right up there.
Like,
So you could have picked us. You ain't had to pick Abadesia,
they
Loja, whatever.
See, we don't even know his name. He went down
Yeah,
Mexico.
Bozy, send that shot at him, Bozy. Send that little shot at him.
You could have picked us, brother. You could have picked us. You ain't had to pick him.
Hey, look.
Yo, you my man. Listen, it's all bad.
bro. And again, what he just said, he told y'all, he had his people reach out to you. Y'all saying that basically what y'all said, even though it didn't touch on that. Basically,
About business, man.
Definitely.
My man. But we wanted to fight y'all a long time ago.
When? Why? If y'all want to fight me a long time ago, why I'm just now hearing about this?
You remember when you came to Boots fight, and my man came with you. That's the fight.
yeah, man. I could look more to that. I'm gonna try to touch on some other things. But yeah, again, how is Steven Nelson involved when he has his promoter Cameron Duncan, he was under contract for a minute, and he just got out of it like recently. And you see in this article right here. Man. But nah, I guess I could touch on again. I was wrong with the Devin versus Ryan Garcia. It happens, man. My live got taken down about it due to this footage, but um, yeah, it was bad, man. It was bad. The weight definitely played a part. He came in at 143. Um, I think I like the video too. Let me see. Y'all can check this video out. Oh shit. It's long, so I'm not gonna play it, but ain't no way I didn't like this video. Ain't no way. Really. I guess there you go. Y'all can watch it.
He'll bounce back.
Full
I mean,
screen. Why Ryan Garcia came in weight. Yeah, 143 exactly. And why now y'all can check this out for yourself. I don't really feel like trying to play it. But yeah. Listen to all of this. Y'all know exactly why Ryan did what he did. As far as the fight, I feel like Ryan established his jab. He was had Devin up, letting Devin come in, but again, Devin really didn't use a jab or anything to initiate while he was coming forward. And also, he not cutting off the ring. He wasn't throwing hooks, which it was cool, but really he wasn't attacking when like I could show some, but this YouTube is so weird. I'm not trying to get the video blocked so y'all can't see it. But yeah, man, he just didn't do little stuff that you was expected of him. I'm gonna close this real quick, cause I'm gonna try to show y'all. Hopefully, shit don't get copyrighted. Okay.
Well, believe it or not, the time has come, and the fight is on. I haven't said the fight's on all week long because I didn't know for sure.
40 hands at all times.
First round! Rocks Haney early!
Devin Haney doesn't have the power, but he does have the accuracy and timing. If you're that aggressive, get over.
See that little jab.
Haney doesn't have the power, but he does have the accuracy and timing. If you're that.
So Ryan basically sticking that out. Devin had his hands down, and then Devin shoots the jab, and that's what Ryan wanted him to do. Because again, he couldn't use his right hand, and then bam, got caught. That was a perfect setup. But
Wow! Big left hand by Garcia! Rocks Haney early!
He may be a one-trick pony, but that trick is enough.
but just a little bit. No jab. Oh, she's like kind of the aftermath. This not even highlights really. Wow. So yeah, this is not even nothing. Yeah, he was doing that most of the night. Walking to it with no jab.
This is the main event.
See, when he did use his jab, only one out. only times he doubled the jab. Jab up right here. And that's it. He just step back. He didn't throw a right hand or a hook or nothing. I guess he was expecting something to jab to the body. See better chase position. I guess he was affected by that. He was doing this a lot. He hit him in like the arm. Commits him. You know, and see Ryan was ready. And all Ryan was trying to do was have it reach to the body so he could throw it. But since he Ryan couldn't. Got his left hand down, and then Ryan had his hand up, and this is what he should have threw straight right to after that hook, but he just mainly threw one punch. He didn't throw more than one. He caught him right there. That affected him really well. You see, he got off balance almost. Yeah. But yeah, man, this fight was bad. It was bad. I feel like from this he had his hands down way too low, but that's how it usually is. But if you gonna have that low like that counter, he didn't really counter. See, look, he just bags up, tries to tie up, but he didn't really do any counters in this stance. See, when he did one counter, that was it. He kept his hand down, missed that. Yeah, man. So that's that. It was bad though, man. It was bad. See, that's when he start to use his jab or lead hand to kind of blind Devin. Devin was prepared for it. It's almost like he was scared, man, after getting hit with them left hooks. Like, yeah, he didn't know what to do. But yeah, it just got worse from there. So much. But I think is any more things I want to touch on? I don't think so. So shit. Other than that, man, it's Otatini Way here, man. I'm gonna go to my page for y'all so y'all can, know what it is. Like, subscribe for more. You know. But yeah, man. More to come. Definitely go do more breakdowns stuff. But yeah. Comment, like, subscribe to my page. I will be uploading more. Just bear with me. But on the 10 way out. Ooh, peace. Man, it's an hour. Yeah, peace.